Hi guys, Badman here, and tonight we're going to cover the barracks. Basically, when you think about the barracks, think of it as two parts. On one side, it's all about how many troops you can build at any one time, and on the other side is about how long it actually takes to build those troops. So these are my barracks here. I only have two, pretty much just because it makes my land look balanced, and that's why I've chosen to use two. So I'll click in the barracks first, and then we'll go off to different areas where like you can look at speeding up the training or maybe things like that. Okay, so in the actual barracks, obviously you've got your tier systems themselves. You've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4, which I haven't actually got at the minute. And then from here you can click the little I question mark down there, and then this shows you, depending on what level your barracks are, depending on how many troops you can train in those barracks, up until 25, which can train 5,000. So when they say 5,000, that's per barrack. So if you've got two sets of barracks like I have, that's times 2, which means I can make 10,000 troops at any one time, plus any perks I might have picked up along the way. To increase that, underneath that, you've also got increase army defense, and again, as you can see, it goes up 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, and it increases the percentage. Again, so for one barrack being at level 25, it gives you 10%. If you have two barracks, that would mean it will be 2 times 10%, giving you 20% bonus. That's pretty much the inside, apart from one little feature that I want to show you, and that is, you see in the top right hand corner you've got the little helmet with the like triangle around it. You can actually click that, and then what it does is it brings up this little picture here. Now this is really handy, and it's something that when I do a video on dark nests and stuff like that, this is something I'm going to refer back to. And pretty much what this shows you is, as it says, it shows you what counters what. So if you're going obviously you can see straight away the siege counters the walls, which is pretty self-explanatory, but if you're going up against a lot of cavalry, you wouldn't send infantry because they're weak against it. You would send a lot of archers, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much quite a handy feature in the barracks that people might not know exists. And that's again one of the reasons why I do these videos, to try and show you all aspects of the game and stuff. Okay, moving on. So when it comes to actually training and stuff like that, and speed training, there's a few different areas upon where you can actually increase the speeds and stuff like that. First off, obviously you can see this is my main hero at the minute with his familiar armor on and stuff. You've got obviously your talents, which is in this corner. I'm not going to talk too much about the talents tonight, because again, something I want to cover in more detail in another video. So, but on the left hand side of the tree, if you will, on the war side, you've got training speed 1 that you can put on there and add 15 talent points, which will then increase its speed. And all the way down there is a second one, which is training speed 2. I don't think there is a third one though. Nope, there's just the 2. And the great thing is with these, you can actually reset these and kind of customize this depending on how your castle's growing or what kind of way you want to play the game. For resetting these trees, it does cost you 1,000 gems for a talent tone reset. Again, not something I want to cover in this video today. I just want to highlight the areas where you can increase your stats to do with the barracks training. So while we're in here, I might as well show you the personal stats of my training aspects, where it all kind of comes together for you, if you will. So underneath the talents, you've got a magnifying glass and a piece of paper. You can click that, and then straight away it starts showing you my personal stats, which I don't really want to show you too much of for obvious reasons. This is a war game. So then you go down to training, and then it says overall I have a training speed boost increase of 172%. Yeah, and then Barracks training capacity, like I said before, because I've got 2, it does like 10,000, and then like I've got boosts on and stuff like that. And the other stuff is more to do with cost reduction. When it means that, it means how much resource it takes to make one member of one troop, if you will. So pretty much that's, as you can see, all the way down to traps and stuff. But again, they're my personal stats, so I don't really want to be showing them too much because it is a war game. Moving on, in the actual academy itself, obviously you've got the standard one that you get at the top, which is military. Straight away you've got training level 1 and you can unlock very quickly at the beginning, and then that's and then you've also got in upgrade military. Sorry there. And again, passing by these are where you can kind of decrease the amount that it costs you to say like the gladiator. If you rank that bit up, it will actually decrease how much resources it costs. And then again, further down, there's training speed 2, because as you saw in military, there was training speed 1. Barracks expansion, that's to do with how many people you can actually make at any one time. So that's something handy again, maybe to look into for more advanced players. And again, there's a training in leadership, which is just here. So again, these are all ways of cutting back the speed times of how long it takes to build them. And that's it in the research. I did actually take the time to look through all the armor. Now, I don't have any personal armor to show you. There is just one set of armor that does have it. It's part of the, I think it was the latest update where they released this new monster called the Hard Rocks, and it's basically, it looks like big stone head sort of people. And in this is the only armor that actually has training speed reductions. So again, altogether you can make about another 15% on that. So that's maybe something, if you are more war orientated and you like to fight a lot and building big armies is something you need, then maybe focusing on this. I personally haven't got any of this armor, because if you click through it on the white one, I have a suspicion that little fella there, this one is going to be like the rare drop, and therefore IGN's probably made a good job of making sure that unless you're hunting possibly level 3 monsters, which is pretty tricky to do, then the likelihood of getting these as a drop is quite rare. So then you're more reluctant to go towards like a pay-to-play players rather than a free-to-play mode. So I probably won't be investing in this, because my castle doesn't really need a lot of the features that it can offer, like resource production rates and stuff. So it's not one that you'll see on my wish list, if you will. The only other thing I've got to cover then is, as you can see, someone's scouting me while I'm doing this. How nice of them. They won't find anything. The only other thing I've got to cover is the Griffin. Now the Griffin is a pack free. He's a pack free familiar, and so basically you have to be pack free in order to get him. And what his second ability gives you is quick learner, and again that will increase your speed training times. It's a permanent effect, and if you keep leveling that up, then obviously it'll keep increasing the speed up until I think it's level 10 that they all go up to. But yeah, I think apart from that, there was no gems or anything like that that you can add on to your armors or out. That's pretty much it for the barracks. Again, cheers for watching. Cheers, boy.